Yes, that has been also set for today, the putative father hearing. Thank you for the reminder. Ms. Burke?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Aerial worker here on behalf of Mother LaDawn Hardner.
And your name, please?
LaDawn Hardner.
Thank you. LADAWN?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. All right, Ms. Heiss?
Thank you, Your Honor. We were going to meet in person in Ida yesterday, but the weather got to us, so I Zoomed in. And I was able to meet Samuel, and he is placed with his maternal aunt. He's behaving well for her. The visits are going well. This Ms. Hardnett, the mother, has a barrier for transportation. Otherwise, she'd be welcome into the placement home on weekends because mother works. To spend some extensive time or longer time, but at this point, the placement is bringing the 6-year-old, he just turned 6, into the library, and it's going okay. But I hope to get a more comfortable setting so that they can spend more time together. I've read the court report, and I'm encouraged to see mother's enthusiasm for reunification, and I believe at this point. It's in the best interest of the child to remain placed. Thank you.
Ms. Tuck?
Thank you, Your Honor. As it relates to the putative father hearing, if I could have Ms. Trout provide testimony for efforts to locate an absent parent.
Sure. Come on up to our witness stand.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. Ms. Trout, you have been the CPS ongoing worker, is that correct, or investigator?
Investigator.
Okay, and in your investigation, it was determined that there is a known putative father for this child?
Yes.
And do you have that individual's name?
I don't know how to pronounce it. I would need LaDawn's assistance pronouncing it.
Okay, but you have spoken with mom to find out who that individual is, correct?
I have.
Okay, and have you been able to locate that individual?
I have not been able to.
Policy gives, I guess, an outline of different ways to try to find someone, correct?
Correct.
Can you just briefly testify to the efforts that you've made to locate this individual?
Yes, I have attempted to locate him through Facebook. There were multiple Facebook accounts found with his name, and I wasn't able to identify which one was him. And then I looked through Yellow Pages, White Pages, Fast People Search, kind of all those free websites. Was not able to locate him on any of those. With a quick Google search, I did find a couple articles from a couple from 2017 and 2018 where he was being held by ICE due to a drunk driving accident. I did request his deportation records because in one of those articles it did mention that deportation was on the table. And through FOIA, they were not able to give me his deportation records, but we do believe that he is in Mexico. And then also LaDawn believes that he is in Mexico as well.
Okay. Yeah. And is there, when in your conversation with mom, have there been any other named individuals that could possibly be this child's father?
There was not any other names.
And so with this one individual, you've spent a significant amount of time trying to locate him, and you have not been able to provide him notice of today's hearing, correct?
Correct.
At this time, are you requesting the court order service through an alternative method, such as like a newspaper publication or through one of the Facebook Messenger pages, or what
Yes,
is most appropriate?
Yes, if that's possible.
Okay, thank you. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Cross-examination, Ms. Berger?
None, Your Honor.
Why are you not making him a respondent?
I believe that we weren't able to, due to him being deported, that we can't put him on for abandonment because of that. But I definitely could if jurisdiction allows us to.
Because factually, he has no relationship with this child, true?
Correct.
He left the country before the child was born.
Correct.
And so he's not on a birth certificate.
I don't believe he is.
Thank you, I have nothing further.
Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you for your testimony. You may return to your seat. Your next witness.
As far as the putative father hearing, I no further witnesses.
Very good. How about for the review?
And for the review or for initial disposition, I would ask that Ms. Powell be sworn in.
Thank you, yes. Ms. Pelham?
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so
I
help
do.
you God?
Then the hearing takes a hard turn. Although the mother has pursued services, accepted screening, and begun treatment, the worker reports a second result indicating cocaine.
Ms. Pelham, you are the foster care worker for this matter, is that correct?
I am.
And you prepared a court report today?
I did.
And on your court report cover sheet, you indicate that in addition to the initial court report, there's the proposed case service plan, CMH records for mom, a drug screen for mom, a trauma checklist for the child, and then the proof of service.
Yep.
Are there any other documents that have been circulated since you've submitted this report?
I do not believe so.
And to the best of your knowledge, are there any updates or modifications that need to be made to your report or any of the attachments?
No.
Currently, does the child remain out of home placement?
Yes.
Okay, and that placement is with relative, correct?
Correct.
And then what is the permanency goal for the child?
Reunification.
And to that end, do you believe that the case service plan as proposed addresses the barriers that are currently in place to reunifying the child with the mother?
I do.
And can you briefly highlight what the main barriers to reunification are at this time?
I think the main barriers are going to be substance abuse and mental health.
And during, since our last hearing on January 4th, has Ms. Harnett complied or started any voluntary services to start addressing the barriers to reunification?
Yes, she has. She has actually been working really hard trying to contact CMH and get into CMH. We're actually going to take her after this hearing to go have a meeting there with Logan, her worker, and she has been willing to do drug screens for me as well. And she has started actually substance abuse treatment at Catholic Charities.
The screen that came back positive after the preliminary hearing or whatever, was that discussed with Ms. Harnett and I guess were the results confirmed?
It was discussed with Ms. Harnett. She did deny the results. And actually we did get another drug screen result back today. And it was again positive for cocaine. So I'm not sure what that situation looks like, but yes, it was discussed.
We'll give you an opportunity to, and your attorney's gonna cross-examine, so we'll give you a chance to respond.
And other than the department uses forensic fluids, correct?
Correct.
Other than that, will there be a referral made to like LDC or something that's more instantaneous?
We could do that if she would like that, absolutely.
Let's see. And what efforts or services has the agency provided thus far to assist Ms. Harnett in reunifying with her child?
So we have provided foster care services, family team meetings. We've given her some transportation assistance with dial-a-ride tickets, visitation, and we have transported her to different various meetings as well.
As it relates to parenting time, currently it is the current relative placement is the supervisor, correct?
Correct.
Are there any provisions in the case service plan or in mind where there might be a professional supervisor to, I guess, have eyes on parenting abilities?
Absolutely. We do want to move to that route as well. It's just been difficult because Ladon does work a lot. And with the child being placed in IDA, it's kind of a drive, and placement struggles to want to do that during the week. But it is something we are exploring.
And how has parenting time been going so far?
I've heard nothing but good things so far.
For the case service plan, was it reviewed with Ms. Harnett?
It was.
And are there any other services that she asked for to be in place, or?
There is not.
Okay. And as it relates to the referral for the trauma assessment for the child, have you been able to make that yet, or is that still pending?
That is still pending.
And part of that trauma assessment, will there also be a bonding assessment?
Yes.
Okay. And there is nothing preventing Ms. Harnett from participating in that, correct?
Nope.
And is there anything from your report or from your knowledge that you'd like the court to know for today's hearing?
There is not.
Thank you. Your Honor, I have no further questions of Ms. Pellman. Move to admit the court report and the attachments.
Objections?
No objection.
No objection.
Thank you. They are received. Questions, Ms. Berger?
Thank you. Ms. Pelham, where will you be sending the referral for the psychological evaluation that's listed in the case plan?
Typically we go through Dr. Haugen, and I think it's Battle Creek Psychological Associates might be what it's called.
And have you provided that information to my client yet?
Not quite yet. It is in the works.
And when do you plan to provide that?
As soon as possible, hopefully by the end of next week.
And do you know where she goes to receive her psychological medication?
Sorry, can you repeat what you said?
Sure. Do you know where she goes to receive her psychological medication?
From my understanding, she's not on psychological medication right now. It was something we kind of discussed that she wasn't really interested in.
Okay, and that is on the case plan, is it not?
It is.
And where could she go to get an evaluation for that?
She could go to community mental health, Adrian Counseling and Psych. There are plenty of options around the area.
And can you send referrals to those places as well?
Typically with those two, it would just be her going in, talking to them and getting on the wait list. There's not
Now watch closely as the agency separates its concerns. THC is not treated as the primary issue, while cocaine remains a major alarm.
really referral process for those two. But she is already working with community mental health, so I don't think it should be too difficult for her to see a psychiatrist there.
Okay. And where does she go for her generalized therapy again?
I believe that she's starting that at CMH.
Okay. And substance abuse will be through Catholic Charities?
Yep.
And has she signed releases for those
Yes, she has.
treatment centers yet?
Yep.
And there were other substances that showed up in the drug screens, is that correct?
Yes.
And are those a concern of the agency?
The THC is not, not preferable if she has a drug problem. However, the cocaine right now is our biggest concern.
And were there any other positive substances?
I believe that there was, I can't pronounce it, like benzo something under cocaine that came back as present, but there wasn't a number attached to it, but that was the only other substance.
Okay. And is that a prescription medication or is that something, do you have any other information on that?
I do not have any other information. I'm thinking maybe it was part of the cocaine, but I'm not 100% sure. I can follow up with forensic fluids about that.
I have no other questions at this time. Thank you.
Ms. Hicks?
Is there any barrier being, by LaDawn's mother being, present at visits?
That's not something we've ever really discussed. I don't know if that's anything that she wants. I would have to do some checks on her mom. I know her mom has some questionable behaviors in the past, so I would just have to make sure that she's safe, but that has not been brought to my attention, but I'm willing to explore it.
Was that mother a placement for a minute before the child went to Ida?
Not officially, it may have been in talks, but we did not place there at all.
Thank you, nothing further.
Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you for your
Thank you.
testimony. Anyone else you'd like us to hear from, Ms. Thomas?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Berger?
Yes, Your Honor, my client.
Yes. Ms. Hartnett, would you mind coming to our witness stand?
Is it okay if I leave my shoes off? My feet hurt.
Oh, do you want to just stay where you are? Because I can move the camera so she can see you.
Yes, please.
Okay, absolutely.
If you remain seated, but raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
All right, so there you are. She should be able to see you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. LaDawn, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. There was something that you wanted to say when the caseworker was testifying. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I'm receiving mental services here and I have in the past. Why would I have to go all the way to Battle Creek to get a mental evaluation? And also, one of my counselors at the Catholic Charities does the drug assessment or whatever she's looking for. And not
Okay,
only that,
so-
I did also inform them that I am taking medication. When I went to the hospital through Hillsdale, they gave me mental meds and the Family Medical Center. I have a primary care doctor, which is Mrs. Flores, which was also prescribed medicine from.
Okay, and would those medications be some of the medications that showed up in your drug screen?
I'm not a doctor.
Okay, do you know what
I don't-
medication you're currently taking?
Yeah, Prazosin, Wellbutrin. It's one that starts with the A. I only get the scientific name on the bottle, so I'm not quite sure. And
Okay.
vitamin D.
Got it, okay. And can you make sure you provide a copy of those to the caseworker?
Yes, ma'am.
And you stated that you'll be able to do your substance abuse evaluation through CMH, Catholic Charities, is that correct?
One of the two. I also haven't decided to ask CMH if they offer services with substance abuse. Have complied and said yes, maybe.
Okay, and you had an opportunity to look at your case service plan, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I really didn't read it and study it in detail. But yeah, I looked overviewed it and we talked.
Okay, and we talked about it a little bit?
Mhm.
Okay. Do you have any other questions based on what the caseworker testified to today?
I'm kind of confused about the whole drug testing process due to the fact that when I went to the hospital, the only time that I had been tested for any type.
But her testimony becomes less steady when she admits she only overviewed the service plan. She questions how the screening timeline proves continued use.
The drug was when I initially got to Hickman Hospital. When I got to Hillsdale, they might have tested me. I'm not quite sure, but when I left there, I wasn't tested. So she's saying I'm still tested positive, and if I wasn't tested from leaving the hospital, you guys don't have a window to say I'm not using at all. So I'm just, how does it work?
Okay. Are you willing to continue
Yes.
to do drug screens for the caseworker?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I don't have any other questions for you, but some of the other attorneys may, okay?
Ms. Thomas.
I have no questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Height.
Just briefly, the housing that you're in right now, is it, the fact that Samuel's not living with
Yes,
you?
I speak to Catherine tomorrow about where I'm gonna be going.
They're gonna have you move?
From my understanding, yes.
Do you know when?
No, I'll talk to her tomorrow about that.
The person that you're talking to, is that someone from Siena Heights, or
No,
who is it?
from Housing Help Glenway.
Okay, how long have you been in that house?
A year on the third.
Are you up to date with your rent?
No, well, yes, I'm up to date with my rent, but I haven't renewed my lease. So technically, I haven't not signed a lease at all.
Do you want to move? Is that your idea?
I honestly, since I got there, I've been telling them that I hadn't felt safe, and to which I hadn't been listened to, and
Okay,
I was ignored.
okay. And then is Housing Help going to help you find the next housing situation?
We're discussing all of those things. I don't know. I've been saving up to to move, because hadn't felt safe.
And you're also saving towards a car?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, I have nothing further.
Any redirect?
None, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anyone else you'd like us to hear from?
I have no other witnesses.
Ms. Heiss?
No witnesses, thank you.
Comments?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Berger?
Thank you, Your Honor. We are in agreement with the case service plan, and we would ask that the referrals be sent so she can get working on that as soon as possible. Thank you.
Ms. Heiss?
No closing, thank you so much.
All right, well, the court finds all interested parties were given notice for purposes of today's hearing. If you would like to publish on the putative father issue, that's fine, but I am satisfied with the testimony that I've had from Ms. Hartnett at the prior hearing, as well as the investigation that was conducted, that publication would be difficult to impossible to accomplish, given that the last known location of the named putative father is not even in our country. And the gap between when he has had contact with Ms. Hartnett also leads,
2017.
also leads the court to find that without the opportunity or frankly the interest of this gentleman to establish his legal rights to this child, that today's court order will reflect that Samuel has an unknown putative father at this point. As it relates to the initial disposition from Ms. Hartnett, thank you for jumping in and sharing with us about the services that you are into already. The analysis that we're asking you to do with Dr. Haugen is a psychological evaluation. So it doesn't have to do with medications. It has more to do with
It's
understanding.
Hogan, I thought it was Logan.
Haugen
Oh,
is
okay.
actually what it is, but they'll give you some information about him. It's to really look at the way I see it, your thought patterns, and he'll explore your history with you. And a lot of times that gives your counselors and your other treatment providers a good idea of what they can help you work on if there's something else out there. So you're welcome to talk to Ms. Berger about that further, but the psychiatric evaluation that you probably did with hospital or family medical center for medications is different than what we're asking you to do with Dr. Haugen.
Okay, I understand.
I would definitely like to see some reports at our next court review, and I'm sure we'll have some of those from Ms. Pelham about your progress in identifying where we're at on those issues. I would encourage you to go ahead and do drug testing wherever you want to, frankly, but I think we still have some contact in Adrian here with at least one center in town, and Ms. Pelham could direct you if you want to do some additional drug testing, if you're concerned about what she found on hers. Because I think the ones that through the department are sort of a one-time. So if you want to drug test somewhere else in order to show that you're not testing positive, I would love to see that as well.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have time for that.
Yes, I do.
But the main point is.
With that, it wouldn't improve my chances of getting him back, but I'm willing to do what.
Here is the brutal reality. Extra testing only matters if it proves sustained stability. The judge must assess whether returning Samuel creates substantial risk.
Whatever.
Well, what I'm looking for you to do, and that's the next part of what I have to talk about today, is I have to look, every time we come here, I have to look at whether or not there's a substantial risk of harm associated with returning your son to your care, okay?
Okay.
And so I look at that based on what was identified at the outset of the case. So what I'm looking for from you is for you to attend your medical appointments, your counseling appointments, and to show us a period of sobriety and stability so that we know that when your son comes back to stay with you, that you're going to be the best, in the best condition that you can in order to care for him moving forward. So I will not be able to return him to you today because we were just at the very outset of all of this, but we're going to review the case at least every 3 months, if not sooner, to look at your progress. Ms. Pelham is supposed to be tracking your progress. So if you're doing things above and beyond, make sure you give copies of anything to her and Ms. Berger, if you like, and ask her any questions. She's a very good attorney, so she'll be able to advise you on.
What is above and beyond?
So she's going to make some referrals for you, meaning she'll say to you, okay, you can go to Lenawee Development Center for drug testing if you want to. But if you wanted to
I've
do,
already asked her for information on additional testing sites where I could go and offered to also purchase my own. She said, don't waste your money. So I didn't know what that meant, but I want my child back.
Okay, good. Lenawee Development Center is one that you could go to that is supposed to have a contract, as I understand it, with DHS, so that they could do some additional testing for you. But your opportunity for testimony was while Ms. Berger was talking with you. So at this point, I'm just making the findings from today based on the proofs that I've had. I would encourage you to reach out to Ms. Berger to talk about some of the things that you are raising with me at this moment, because she's better able to strategize with you on how to tackle those things.
Okay.
So for today, your child will remain placed with Zont, and we'll keep looking for you to make some progress in these areas and show us stability. And that is the safest and least restrictive. You're still welcome to try to increase your parenting time by using that, and I wish you the best of luck finding housing moving forward. I know that's tough in the Adrian area. But your son is in the safest and least restrictive placement at this time, and we'll come back in early April to look at the case again. Is it better for you to have a morning review or an afternoon court?
It depends on what day.
So I'm looking at Monday or Tuesday.
What days are those?
So Monday the 8th or Tuesday the 9th in April. Right now, you can pick,
Thank you.
because I don't have anything else scheduled on those days yet. So for example, I could do 9 o'clock either day, or I could do like 1:30. Yes.
I'm not available on the 9th, but I am available. Actually, I have mediations both days.
Okay, so what about Wednesday? And then I've got Wednesday or Friday, still have some flexibility.
I can do anytime Wednesday afternoon.
Your Honor, that also works for me. That week is the week I will be out of town and appearing via Zoom.
Do you want us to try to avoid scheduling it that week?
No, that's fine. I just want to let the court know I'll be on via Zoom.
All right, so Wednesday, the 10th in the afternoon, does that work for you, Ms. Hardnett?
What time in the afternoon?
Right now I can do 1:30 or 2:30 or 3:30.
3:30, please.
Okay. So we'll do our next review hearing at 3:30 on Wednesday, April 10th. I have an order for you in just a few minutes, but unless there's any questions, that's all for today.
Finally, the courtroom turns from conflict to scheduling. After comparing attorneys' availability, travel plans, and afternoon openings, everyone settles on Wednesday, April 10th at 3:30 p.m. That review becomes the mother's next deadline to demonstrate real progress.